Yo, what's up, guys? BTRBs of the Rebel. This was a hell of a fight, man. Excuse the voice, under the weather once again, but this was a great fight. I had this a very close fight, very close to a draw or Kovalev slightly ahead, maybe like 6-4, heading into that last round, heading into round 11. But I saw the writing on the wall the entire fight. I thought that Canelo was breaking him down. Even the rounds that Kovalev was winning, I thought Canelo was still doing what he wanted. I thought every round went according to Canelo's plan. Even I thought it was like round maybe like seven or eight, when Canelo it looked like he just pumped the brakes and kind of just gave the round up a little bit. I think maybe he was saving himself up and was like, I'm gonna get rid of this guy, because every round you saw a sharp punch from Canelo, whether it be a sharp punch to the body or a sharp right hand, or a sharp hook, a sharp lead hook to the head every time from Canelo, and it would build up every round. It would progress every round. So round one, it might just be one sharp punch. Round two is like two or three. By the time it was getting to around 7, 8, 9, 10, it was becoming more frequent. And there was this weird sense of, in my opinion, with Kovalev, that he just was not on steady legs the entire fight, and he fought to conserve energy. He fought an amateur style of fighting, in terms of trying to make sure that he does not, for one, he doesn't want to get hurt, but it was almost like he was just trying to score points. And I'm not talking about scoring points in the professional sense of boxing, where it's range generalship, effective aggressiveness, but in terms of just simply touching your opponent. And he was touching Canelo up and landing shots and just outworking Canelo. But the sharper puncher was Canelo. In my opinion, Canelo Alvarez is probably the best pound for pound fighter in the world. I've been saying it's been Terrence Crawford for a while, but then I look back and I look at the resume that Canelo brings into these fights. I have to say for me, I have to say it's Canelo. I mean, it's between Canelo, Crawford, and Lomachenko, because, but I look at Canelo's resume and I see just the top of the top. Even though I have him losing some of these tough fights, or only really one, I had him losing the first Triple G fight. So to me, he has two losses in his career. For sure, the second Triple G fight is a pick 'em. I have no problem with someone saying that he lost or won that fight. But this was a big win. This is obviously not the crusher. This is Sergey Kovalev. This is not the one of the more fearsome light heavyweights in the past 15, 20 years, like we know him to be. But he was still a damn good fighter. And this was a very interesting fight in terms of what was going on. Like I said, every round, Canelo was breaking Kovalev down slowly but surely, making sure that he slips in those punches to the body, making sure he slips in those, like I said, lead left hooks to the head, straights to the head, and just connecting, being very effective, being very sharp. Now, here's one problem I do have with Canelo, is that it appears he doesn't have another gear at times, in terms of just building it up, a la an Adrian Broner. Nowhere near comparing the two, but just in the sense that Broner fights at that same staccato burst, same staccato pace that Canelo fights at. But the biggest difference is that Canelo is just an amazingly sharp puncher, and maybe he may not ever have to, but I have to say it. We need Andre Ward back. We need Andre Ward back. To me, Canelo is the man right now. This was a hell of a win, in my opinion, the biggest win of his career, because this is the first. Because I would say it's either this or the Triple G fight. But the problem is with the Triple G fight, in my opinion, he didn't prove he's better than Triple G that in those first two fights. I don't want to see a third fight based on how Triple G looked in his recent fight. I don't think it would be relatively close at all, to be honest with you. But right now, Canelo is the man right now. He's the biggest box office attraction in the sport, and he's also, my opinion right now, pound for pound, the best fighter in the sport. Why not let the man who was the pound for pound best fighter in the sport when he retired, Andre Ward, he'd come right back, have a super fight, get the payday he's always been looking for, get that notoriety he's always been looking for, or at least maybe his skills have been looking for. I don't know if he's looking for him. It seems like he's content either way, whether he retires or doesn't retire. But either way, if Andre Ward doesn't want to come back, it's always respect to him. Once again, it's always respect to Canelo. But let me know who you guys want to see Canelo fight next. Appreciate it.